start off with the group stages. We're going to do predictions on who is going to win the group stages and who's going to qualify and who is not. Group A, it has Switzerland, Turkey, Wales, and Italy.
Italy, you look at the team, some of them, a good number is from Syria. Look at Wales, a good number is from the Premier League. But look at Switzerland. Switzerland, their team is combined. It's a blend. Yeah. Utapata Rodriguez from Syria, utapata Xhaka Shaqiri from Premier League, utapata this kid, Anto Zakaria. I don't know if he plays in the Bundesliga. So Switzerland, I think they're the ultimate underdogs with Italy. And I think they're the ones that are going to take the group. Because if I look at Italy, look at a young and a fresh squad, but then they have a blended of experience with Chiellini and Bonucci back then. They have Donnarumma, who's actually decent. Jorginho, Spinazzola, they actually have a good team. Wales has a good team. They have big names, but then they don't have the chemistry. They don't have the chemistry of going far in international competitions. Okay. Yeah, they have the likes of Gareth Bale and everything. And Turkey, Turkey, yeah, they'll have a decent games in the group, but I don't reckon they'll finish third or second. So Italy number 1, Switzerland number 2, Wales number 3, and Turkey number 4 for me.
Okay, we go on to John.
For me, this is a very tight group. It's a group that, I mean, they all have the potential to be great teams. It's a really open group, and I mean, for the likes of Italy, I don't think Italy made the World Cup in 2018, did they?
Yeah, they don't.
They didn't play the World Cup, yeah? Yeah, they missed the World Cup, I think, for the past time, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, and I think they have a chance to redeem themselves, and I don't think they're gonna throw that chance away. And so, I mean, for me, that group, Italy will definitely take it. They have a young group, they have mature players at the back, and I believe they have good leadership with their captain and their coach, and they have not lost in a long while, if I'm not wrong, from their friendlies to their qualification matches. And the most recent the last international tournament to be played, which was the UEFA Nations League, yeah? So they have a good record behind them, and I believe they can take that group if they wanted to. And number 2, of course, for me will be I'm stuck between Switzerland and Wales. There are 2 teams with quality players, but they just lack that one thing. Otherwise, I think they can be both good. They have the potential to be great teams. They're teams that disturb the teams we call big, like France, in that caliber, and they have the potential. So second position can either go to Switzerland or Wales. They're both good teams. Turkey are not so favorites to go through.
Okay.
But like I said earlier, it's a really open group. There's no big team and there's no small team. I think it's just a matter of believing in themselves and having the chemistry as a team. So my first position is Italy. Second is either Switzerland or Wales. And then third or fourth, if you may call it, is Turkey.
Okay. So Adnan, you're next.
This group is a tricky group, but Disto and Lombari are underestimating Turkey. 2 months and this year, Turkey were playing well. So for me, I will go with Italy as the favorites because they have a really good team.
Okay.
Turkey number 2.
Okay.
And Switzerland 3. And Wales 4.
Okay. Group B, Russia, Belgium, Denmark, and Finland.
That's a group where the number 1 is, I think, the number 1 is guaranteed. First ranking team in FIFA, Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah, the strongest team. They're going to take number 1 comfortably. That's what I'm not going to lie to you. But then, now the tricky part is the number 2, 3, 4. Look at a team like Russia. Well, guys, if you remember, but then in 2018 World Cups, they were underdogs and they reached somewhere far. So uncommon for host teams kufika mbali, but then they did good. during the 2018.
Yeah.
I hope they can continue that run into this competition. But Denmark is a team that is actually getting good stars. Yeah, they have some decent players in all positions, captained by Schmeichel. It's a decent team. Finland. No, I reckon Finland will finish fourth.
Okay.
They don't look so strong. They only have Timo Pukki up front. With some not so professional players, if I might call them like that.
Mhm.
So I reckon Belgium number one,
Uh-huh.
Denmark tightly to defeat Russia in position two. Russia
Okay.
number three, Finland will have to bow out of the game way early.
Okay, we go on to John.
We all know the level at which Belgium is. I think Belgium is the first. Is it the first team in FIFA ranking?
Yeah, I think so. Haven't seen it.
It's Belgium. Yeah, I think it's Belgium. Belgium is first on the FIFA rankings, and I know that. I mean, they must be first for a reason because they are a quality team.
Mhm.
They have good players. I mean, they have wonder stars. They have Lukaku in front. You have De Bruyne in your midfield. Hazard, the Hazard brothers, of course, that's Togan and Hazard himself. What's Hazard's first name?
Eden.
Eden Hazard, yes, Eden Hazard. And then you have the back four of experienced players like Byron, Van Tongen, and you have the man himself at the post, Courtois.
Okay.
Courtois is a fantastic goalkeeper. I mean, it's the keeper you want. It's the keeper every team wants in a team. So Belgium is a good team. So definitely for me, they are going fast. Second is a really open position, to be very honest. Denmark is a good team. They have a good goalkeeper, Schmeichel. I feel like he leads that team well, good leadership. I mean, I feel like he's the one who carried his team during the World Cup. Played the World Cup in 2018, and they played well. I mean, their keeper was outstanding. Schmeichel is a good goalkeeper, both at club and international level. Finland and Russia. How am I forgetting about Russia? Russia was a fantastic team. They were underdogs while they were hosting the World Cup in 2018, and they really did well. They left everyone shocked because no one was expecting them to put such an outstanding performance. I think they reached round of 16, if I'm not wrong, either round of 16 or round of 8 in the World Cup, and they really did well. They played good football. They had good chemistry. They had the striker. Can I remember the striker? But they have a quality forward ahead, and he scores goals, and that's what's important. And I believe that they can make the cut. So, for me, that group is Belgium, Denmark,
Okay.
Russia, and Finland.
Same as Disto. Okay.
Finland is not a really big threat. So yeah, that's for me.
Okay, let's go to Adnan. You're next.
And for me, that group, it's a very tricky group, but Belgium are ranked as world number one. So with the likes of Eden Hazard, De Bruyne, Lukaku, it will be an easy group for them. So I think Belgium to finish number one in that group.
Okay.
And the likes of Finland, I think Finland will not play that well. So Finland, I will put them in to finish bottom of the table.
Okay.
So I will go Denmark, Belgium number one, and Denmark to finish second, then Russia to finish third, and Finland to finish the last position.
Okay, the first group, you've all gone for the same one. So we move on to group C. What is this? Australia, North Macedonia, Ukraine, and Netherlands. Disto?
That's like Group B. Netherlands for number one.
Okay.
Netherlands, the team that they're putting right now. Okay, it's very sad that Van Dijk won't make the cut. I don't know if the Ligt will come, but then Van Dijk will sit out of this competition. But how I wish he played. So The squad that Netherlands they're playing right now, it's actually a decent squad. Very good squad, very good players, talented players playing the highest level for some time right now. So I'll reckon they're gonna take number one comfortably. You have the likes of Memphis Depay, you have Frankie, Genie doing his magic from the midfield. So yeah, Dumfries and the rest of the team. The thing about Netherlands, it's a team that I've seen they have quality players in every position, from the keeper to the defense to midfield to the front. Yeah, you have De Jong, very lethal striker, your poacher in front of the post and everything. So Netherlands number one for me.
Okay.
Okay, Ukraine and Australia. Okay, I don't know about Australia as of late, but then I do reckon Ukraine. They're actually underdogs. They field players that play for European teams, all the way from Kiev to Dynamo Zagreb to Manchester City, with Alexander Zinchenko.
Mhm.
So Ukraine, Australia. The thing is, North Macedonia is actually gone. Nigeria, those people are people that they show themselves there for the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get kicked out, a national pride, and then they go home. So Netherlands number one. I'm not really sure. Ukraine, Australia, Ukraine. I'll go for Ukraine number two.
Okay.
Ukraine number two, but I have my doubts. I have my doubts because I haven't known about Australia for some time. But I'll go for Ukraine number two. Australia number three, Northern Macedonia. Just like Finland, they'll go home early.
Okay. So yours is Netherlands, Ukraine, Finland, and North Macedonia.
No, no, no. Australia.
Australia.
Austria.
It's
Austria.
Australia.
Austria.
Austria.
Oh my God. Should have told me.
So,
Austria. Austria is a good team.
Mhm.
Austria is let me change. Netherlands number one, Austria number two. Austria is a good team. They're
Okay.
actually really good, really, really good. I don't know if you watched the game, the friendly they had against England as of late. Those
Yeah.
people are quality. Yeah, these people are really, really, really quality. Yeah, they play long balls. They have really competitive midfielders.
Yeah.
They play the back three formation where they have an anti-10 in front of the midfield. It's actually a good team. So I'll go for Austria number two. Ukraine is going to be a good competitor for the number two position.
Okay.
But then they'll have to settle for number three.
Okay.
And Northern Macedonia number four.
Okay. So John, you're next.
This
Group
group
C?
is looking like a very open group, in my opinion.
Okay.
This is Austria, this is Netherlands, this is North Macedonia, and Ukraine. First of all, you know that North Macedonia is just here for participation. It's not that I'm throwing shade or anything,
Okay.
but it's just a team that's not. They will really have to work hard to get a spot in the qualification, and with that, this group will be between Austria and the Netherlands. And I feel like Netherlands are not there yet. I feel like they still have a lot to do. They really need to work hard. I don't know whether their star player is back, Van Dijk, but I read today in the morning or around afternoon there that Van de Beek will not be available for the competition due to an underlying injury.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a setback. That's a setback for them. And I feel like the coach had plans with him in mind, and now he has to change plans and see what best fits for the team. And with Van de Beek not being there, and we know how Van de Beek is really a fundamental team player, or rather fundamental to the team. And without him, I really don't know how it's gonna work out. But their back four is a really outstanding back four.
Mm-hmm.
They have Nathan. I don't know whether Van Dijk is back. They have De Vrij, they have Deli Blind.
Mm-hmm.
And Their midfield as well is fantastic. I mean, they have Belgium, they have De Jong. And in front, of course, they have the star winger Depay. And their keeper, oh my God, how did I forget about the keeper? Krul is an outstanding goalkeeper. I mean, it's a keeper you want on a 90-minute match. It's the keeper you want in penalties. And with them in the back of the post, I think they can make the cut and make it to the round of 16. So for me, that group, I am going with Netherlands,
Okay.
Austria, Ukraine, and North Macedonia.
Okay, that's great. Adnan, let's go your group C.
Group C, I think Netherlands have to qualify, but I think they will not go that far because they are missing Van Dijk. They are missing Van der Beek. I think Van der Beek is also ruled out for this Euros. But for this group, I think it will be an easier group for them. So I will go Netherlands number 1
Mm-hmm.
to finish top. Then I will go Austria,
Mm-hmm.
then Ukraine, then North Macedonia.
Okay, let's move on to Group D. Group D, Scotland, England, Croatia, and Czech Republic. Disto, you're off first.
This is actually, apart from group F, this is the group people are looking forward to, because we have the masterclass Gareth Southgate's team with 4 wing backs, 4 right wingers, whatever I cross them. So it's a game everyone is looking forward to see. So Scotland is actually a decent team. Apart from Italy, I think that they're actually even underdogs. Scotland, very robust. Look at the likes of Scott McTominay, Andrew Robertson, this guy McGinn of Aston Villa, Kieran Tierney. They have actually an array of players that they can play well, quality players. England has a good squad, but the problem with England, there's no chemistry. That's the actual. I don't think England will go far. Let me tell you the truth. Even if they qualify from the group, I don't think they'll go anywhere, because these people have the best team, the dream team anyone can think of. Yeah, look at the lack of Pickford. Pickford. I don't know how that guy even made to the cut of Everton. That guy can't even play football, simple football of pass, go. You play out from the back, and you have technical midfielders, Grealish and Jude Bellingham. Those are people that need to get on the ball. They don't need the ball to be kicked over their head every time. I think with that lack of chemistry, I don't think England will. But then they'll make the cut of the group stages as number 1. What are the other countries apart from Scotland and England?
Croatia and Czech Republic.
Croatia, decent team. They're actually playing the fixtures without the big players. They put Lovren on the bench. They had Modric on the bench. I think it's Perisic that was the most senior player playing for them. Vida was on the bench. Schalke was on the bench. So I wish Scotland and Croatia could share number 2, but then wait a minute. I think Croatia will go on top. England will make number 2, because I don't trust England to go that far, to be honest. I don't trust England to go anywhere. So I'll go with Croatia number 1, England number 2, Scotland number 3. I feel bad for the Czech Republic. Don't they have decent players? Look at Suchek, they have one of the highest scoring midfielders across Europe. That was making the third man runs from midfield into the box, scoring headers every time. They have Kufal, the guy for West Ham, the right back 2 is for Zach. So they have good players, but then I have to swallow a bitter pill here. I'll have to go Croatia number 1, England number 2, Scotland number 3, Zach. But then this group is special because they won't beat each other with many points. I think the points will be tight. This is the game that will go down to the wire, the final game, the final kick. So that will be my prediction. Croatia 1, England 2, Scotland 3, and Czech Republic number 4.
Okay. John, you're next.
First of all, can I say that England is just not there? Southgate is doing things that are not making sense. And then no offense to him and to his managerial career, but for me, Southgate is just, he's not here. He's really, I don't know. His squad is not making sense. His squad has no chemistry. Like he has quality players, but he's playing like he's playing Everton. I don't know, he wants specific. I mean, how do you have 3 right backs on a team? As in, you just need 2, 3, 3, 4, 3 for what? You have his tactics are just not it, to be very honest. And he needs to do something about it. He really needs to sit down and build chemistry in that England team. Otherwise, for me, England are not going to pass round of 16, and I guarantee you for sure, because I watched their friendly the other day against Romania.
Mhm.
And you cannot be telling me you're winning friendlies with the penalties. I mean, even the second penalty they were given, they missed it. So you come and ask yourself, you have an English team with amazing players. I mean, you have a quality number 9. You have Sancho on your is it right?
Yeah, right.
No, you have Sancho on you have Sancho on your right, you have Rashford on your left, you have Grealish at number 10, you have Anderson, you have quality players. You have a back 4 that is, or rather cannot be penetrated. You have Maguire, you have Stones, you have Mings. I mean, all these are quality centre backs. You have right backs like Reece James. You have Trent got injured, and that's a really huge setback for him. You have Kellen Trippier. Why he refused to choose Wan-Bissaka is beyond my reason. I mean, it's beyond what I can think of. It doesn't make sense why you would leave Wan-Bissaka out of your squad. I mean, Wan-Bissaka is the defender you want to have when you're under pressure. It's the centre back you want to face one-on-ones, because when I was checking his statistics, I mean, his what do you call this? His rankings on stuff like tackles and clearances. I mean, he was coming fast. I mean, you don't come fast just like that. You come up fast because you're a quality player. And Southgate to leave him out of the team. And this is not because I am a Manchester United supporter, but I mean, Wan-Bissaka is the quality right back. It's either you have Wan-Bissaka or you have Reece James. It's either of those two. Trent has not been good this season. Trippier, to be very honest, I've never heard of Trippier after he left Tottenham. So me, I don't know why he chose Trippier. And he really better think about what he wants to do with England. But as for me, England will qualify, but will not go. It's not passing round of 16. So for me, that group, England is coming second. My first team is Croatia.
Okay.
Now, Croatia played a fantastic game against. They played Belgium, yeah?
Yeah.
They were moving that ball. Oh my goodness. That ball was interesting to watch. The ball was fast on your feet. Quality passes. I mean, you have Kovacic on that midfield. Kovacic has been fantastic with Chelsea this season. He's been able to win the Champions League. And that's what I want in a midfielder. That's what everyone wants in a midfielder. Someone who's winning trophies for their team. Someone who's carrying the midfield, You have Luka Modric who's playing you quality football. I mean, Telemans was suffering covering that guy during the game for Belgium. And that's what you want. That's what a manager needs in a quality midfielder. So having Kovacic and Modric in that team is a really big boost for them. And their faults, of course, I think people like Kamasic? You have Ivan Perisic. Those are quality players you want on the midfield. And I feel like Croatia can really do something with this tournament if they came together and, decided to put their heads together. So for me, first is Croatia, second is England. The Czech Republic and Scotland are also good teams. Scotland will give England a bother. Scotland is a good team. I mean, they have Scott McTominay in the midfield. Scott was outstanding on the Europa League final. He really played good football. There's Gilmore. I mean, you have Robertson, So Group D looks like we might have England and Croatia, but we might be surprised. Czech and Scotland are not small teams. So, but for me, it's Croatia, England, Scotland, and Czech Republic.
Okay. Adnan, you're next.
As Zombari said, England have high expectations, but I think they don't have the chemistry to back it up. But and for England and Croatia, I think England will have to go number one because Croatia beat them in the last World Cup final, and because of they want revenge against Croatia. So I think they will just beat Croatia to the number one spot. And Croatia have good players, but the likes of Modric and Kovacic. But I think Modric, their best players are aging, so they are not their best at no more. So I will go England number one, Croatia number two, Scotland. Scotland have the likes of Robertson, Tierney, McTominay, but also Czech have the likes of Kufal and Suchek. I think the Scotland will finish number four. So I will go Czech Republic number three, Scotland number four.
Okay, that's a bold prediction. Okay, so we move on to Group E. Group E has, Group E has Poland, Slovakia, Spain, and Sweden.
Sweden will finish third. I mean, they have it's a good team. I mean, you have Lindelof there in back four, so I feel like he can do something with Sweden. Poland is a team with the man himself, Lewandowski, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
And I mean, that man is a scoring machine. So Poland will put a fight for sure. That one I guarantee you. So Poland for me might just finish second. And then first is Spain. I'm putting Spain because of their reputation as a Spain team. I really don't know about the squad. I don't know. I feel like they still need to put some more effort. I mean, this is not the Spain of Akina Iniesta and Akina David Villa, you know. This is a completely different Spain.
Yeah.
And we really don't know how it works. Prediction for that is that Spain will come first. Second will be Poland.
Okay.
Third will be Sweden. And fourth will be Slovakia.
Move on to Adnan.
For me, for this group, I think it will not be a hard group for Spain because I think they brought Laporte and they have some good players in the midfield also. Going front, they have the chemistry. So with this team, I think Spain have to go number one for this group. And between Sweden and Poland, I think Poland will just edge it because of the good. They have a better chemistry than Sweden, and they have a goal scoring machine with Lewandowski. So I will go with Poland. Then I will go with number three Sweden, then Slovakia to finish as the number four in the group.
Okay, that's not bad. Disto, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. So I was telling you,
Okay.
Spain is going to display brilliance in this competition. Look at the coach, Luis Enrique. We know what Luis Enrique did with Barcelona with the likes of Messi and Suarez and Neymar with MSN.
Yeah.
Luis Enrique's football is the ball. The ball is the center of concentration. They don't let go of the ball. They play with the ball. They move the ball. Off the ball movement is just to get back the ball. So, and they have a decent squad. Look at the keeper. He doesn't go for names. The guy went for talent. He went for a guy that has the capability. He went for the Brighton goalkeeper. He went for Unai Simon from is it Athletic or some Spanish team. He's going for people have the capability of playing. Look at the midfield. Someone was telling me Sergio Busquets is done, and he's the first choice number 6 to play in the competition. See, up front they have Gerard Moreno, who's a lethal, very lethal striker. So I'll go for Spain number one.
Okay.
Now the thing is, Sweden have a squad actually. If you look at the midfield and the defense, Lindelof will lead the defense obviously, and you have in the midfield you get people like Kulusevski from Juventus, you get Isaac up front, you get Olsen in the post. And then if you look at Poland, they can match what Sweden brings. You have the likes of Fabianski, Szczesny in your post. Yeah, you have what is this Southampton player Bednarek. who plays centre half, who is actually good. You have Krychowiak, very good midfielder. So, but I think Sweden will edge Poland on it. Sweden will go for number 2,
Okay.
Poland number 3. Slovakia, don't even forget Slovakia. They have Dubravka. I don't know if you guys Dubravka, the goalkeeper for Newcastle. He's a good goalkeeper actually. So yeah, I'll go for Spain number 1, Sweden number 2, Poland number 3, Slovakia number 4.
Okay, let's move on to Group D. Group F, sorry. Portugal, France, Germany, and Hungary. This is the best group, I think, out of each. We're going to start off with Disto again.
Okay, this is the group of death. This is actually the group of death. You can't have France, Germany, and Portugal in one place. Yeah, and you expect that other team to survive Hungary.
Mhm.
They have Szoboszlai, who else? Okay, Hungary number 4. Let's start with that. Hungary is number 4.
Okay.
The rest of the three, let me tell you, I don't trust Germany. They have a very young squad. This guy brought Hummels and Muller just to give them experience they need. Level
Yeah.
of football number 1. People that have a cool head, people that can play games at the highest level. But look at this guy. Look at the players. A team is known by its philosophy. If today Luis Enrique of Spain brings a back three, people will be like, what is this guy doing? Spain never plays a back three. You see, Germany is known for the good quick pass football, yeah, through the midfield, to the wingers, to the striker. But right now, the guy is changing the philosophy. Joachim Löw is going for a back three. Yeah, gives them much cover, gives them much stability, but it it it, it integrates the midfield. You see, the likes of Ilkay Gundogan can't deal with press if they play with France. France is gonna rip apart Germany, to be honest. Yeah, to be honest. But then Germany have a good squad. That's the thing. The squad is young. That's the problem. It's really young. You can't put a handful of players that have experience and just hope for the best. Yeah. So, but going forward, Germany is a threat. I'm telling you, Germany is a threat. You can't have Gnabry, Leroy Sané, and Muller coming at you. And then behind that is Kimmich and Gundogan creating things. That is actually a dream team. But then they need the experience of the fullback, both the left back and the right back. They need that experience to go far. Portugal, they have a decent squad. I don't. If any coach would have coached Portugal today, I think that's heaven. You can't have such good players in Portugal, and you can't expect to win nothing. Yeah, and I think Ronaldo, with the poor season he has had at Juventus, I think he'll need a trophy to stamp his presence the world stage. But France, these are the likely champions. I don't expect Karim Benzema is back.
Yeah.
Karim, we know what Karim is. Karim Benzema is back. I think I think if they are to play against teams like Hungary, they'll play with the front two of Karim and Olivia, which will destroy people. I don't think you can deal with two number nines that are so physical like them. But overall, you have Ngolo, you have Kylian, you
That's
have Kingsley. They have a decent squad. So I'll go for France number 1, Portugal
Okay.
number 2, Germany a shocking number 3, and Hungary will go for number 4.
Okay. That's bold. John, you're next.
Group F, France, Germany, Hungary, and Portugal. I don't know. France is not there. France is at France, and not France. Wait, this team called Germany. Germany is not there. Germany is not the Germany we knew back in 2014 when they won the World Cup. I feel like France have continuously been degenerating their quality of football as time has been passing by. Most of the quality. Remember, back in the day, Germany used to be made up of either Dortmund or Bayern Munich players. Therefore, the chemistry was always guaranteed because the players used to know each other and stuff like that. I mean, players from the same club who are playing together internationally. Of course, one of the abilities that comes with that, or rather, one of the advantages that comes with that, is that it comes up with a team that has absolutely phenomenal chemistry. And right now, the Germany we know is not is not up to that level that it was back in the day. And with that, for me, it will be very difficult for them to qualify for round of 16, or rather to go to the next stage after the group stage. But I mean, who knows? It's Germany. I mean, I'll put Germany as I'll put Germany a question mark because first of all, like I said, their team right now is not the way it was before. But again, they have a fantastic reputation, you know. It's a team that has been successful, a team that is known for playing quality football, and it has the potential to go ahead. Therefore, I think it can still make it. And then we have Portugal. Portugal has Ronaldo. I mean, once we mention Ronaldo, what else is there to say? Because Ronaldo came, won the Nations League. I mean, a league that hasn't been there before. They were able to beat France, you know, even without Ronaldo on the pitch. Because I remember Ronaldo got injured, but he still was able to remain on the sidelines and encouraging the team. And that's what Portugal needs. Just needs encouragement, just needs commitment, and they can make it. I mean, you have Bruno. Bruno has been phenomenal this season. Bruno has been the player you want in your midfield, giving those assists, bringing in those goals, bringing in those creative passes. You know, it's the player I want in a midfield. It's a player every manager wants in the midfield. And I feel like if he's there, I mean, what else could I ask for in a number 10? You know, so having Bruno there is a really big boost for them. I mean, you have who else plays for Portugal?
Andre Silva.
You have, and yes, you have Andre Silva. Where was that? Well, Andre Silva has been phenomenal this season. And I mean, having Andre Silva, having
Jota.
Bruno, having Jota.
Phenomenal squad.
Actually, Jota was a signing brought in by Liverpool. And look what he's done. He's been able to bring goals to the team. He's been able to, you know, take the team far, bring the team to a Champions League position through his goals that he scored this season. And I think that is a quality player. I think that is a player who is ready to play the Euros. And I think Portugal, if they come to their right minds, they may be able to actually, they may be able to reach the finals and even carry this thing, you know, because even in their back four, as I'm thinking, I've forgotten their keeper as well, Patricio is a quality goalkeeper. I mean, you have
Diaz.
Semedo, you have Diaz, exactly. You have Diaz in your back four. I mean,
Pepe.
you have Pepe, yeah, you have Ruben Neves. No, Ruben Neves is not a centre back. But I mean, these are some of the
Cancelo.
quality players. You see, some of the quality players Portugal has, and Portugal has the potential to actually carry this thing. So it might be a tight group between Portugal, France, and Germany, and of course Hungary. Hungary, of course, will not go down without putting a fight. So it's gonna be a tough group. But I'm gonna give number 1 to France.
Mhm.
France has Benzema. Benzema is back after, I think, since 2015. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
He has not played France for a while now, and he has been able to make the team. And Benzema has been fantastic. He's a quality forward, you know, making goals. And that's what I want in a forward. That's what every manager wants in a forward. France has so many options. You have Mbappe, you have Griezmann, you have, as mentioned before, Benzema, you have Pogba in your midfield, you have N'Golo Kante, who has been phenomenal this season. That man is just a star. I mean, the way he carried Chelsea in that Champions League final against Man City was just fantastic. You know, making those tackles, strengthening that back four or back three as Chelsea played it in the finals. And it was just, you know, he was everywhere. He's the man who is just everywhere, making good decisions, you know, carrying the team and making sure the team is going ahead. You have Pogba, who's, we all know the quality Pogba has when he's fully fit. A player who's gonna give you chances, especially in this France team. I mean, he's just wow. I mean, he'll give you good balls, and bringing in those balls for Benzema to come up and finish is what France needs to be able to carry this thing, because I mean, they are the favorites to win this thing. You have Andre Rabiot, you have Kimpembe in your back four, you have Varane, you have Pavard, you have Lucas Hernandez, you have Laporte in the bench. Yeah, you have France is just the team to watch, playing quality football, and you have your back four. I mean, you have your keeper there, Loris. And with that, I believe France can be able to carry this thing. So number 1 is France, number 2 is Portugal, number 3 is Germany,
And then
and of course number 4 is Hungary.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Sorry.
You're next.
For this group, I think Portugal won the last Euros. So between France, Germany, and Portugal, I think this is the group of death. But with the recruitment of this guy, Karim Benzema, it will be hard for other teams to beat France with the likes of Griezmann, Benzema, Kante, who's on form. They have Mbappe. They have so many good players. I think France are the most likely to win the whole tournament because of their good squad, but I think they will disappoint so many people. So I think France will finish number 1 in this group, and followed by Portugal, because of I know Germany has a good team. They have the likes of Gundogan, they have Timo Werner, they have Sane. I think Germany will finish number 3, then and Hungary will finish at the last spot.
Which team do you think is going to win the Euros?
And for me, this Euros, I'm backing it's between France and Belgium, but my instincts are telling me Belgium. I'm going with Belgium for this Euros.
Okay. So, John, you're up next.
Not decided which team I want to go with, to be very honest. But something has been telling me to go with Netherlands, but I don't know. To be very honest, I don't know which team I'm going with.